Hi charcuterie friends, I'm Kristen from Meet and Eat Charcuterie, and today I'm going to show you and JD how to make a really fun holiday appetizer that also doubles as a gift.
I think this is brilliant, and I think everyone needs to do it this year.
Okay, so what we are going to make today is a charcuterie snow globe.
I love it.
How fun is that? So what do we need? First, these cute plastic snow globes. So they have just a top and a bottom. You can order them online. But what I love about this is it's portable. So if you wanted to give it as a gift, you could do that. If you wanted it as just an individual appetizer for the party, you can also mix and match what goes in them. So if you have people that have dietary restrictions. And then I also just love the individual components. So not everyone likes to eat off of the same charcuterie board, especially
nowadays.
Cold season. So I love creating these little individual plates for everybody because it just gives it a nice personal touch.
And I love it for like a larger crowd too. Like when you walk in, you could put them in your foyer and then you don't need to worry about people walking in your kitchen, walking all over the place.
Yeah, and they're easy to carry. So that you can even carry them around. You can also do this with charcuterie cups.
Yeah.
Those are super popular, but I just feel like this gives it a really nice little festive touch.
Yeah.
So a few things to make the board. So we have a nice mixture of meats, cheeses, some produce, but we're also going to introduce some brine into this. So I love briny items with charcuterie.
Same.
We have artichokes here with us today. You can also do roasted red peppers. You could do olives. Are you an olive person?
I'm extreme olive person.
Really?
My favorite.
I just learned, I was just in Italy, and I learned that green olives and black olives are actually the same olive. It's just a different process, like part of the ripening process.
Oh, I feel lied to.
I know.
Oh my God.
They're different, but they're apparently not. We also have a nice mixture of cheeses. We have manchego, which is a nice classic. It also has, it's already in a triangle shape, so I feel like it's perfect for the height that we're looking for these. We also have, this is a log of brie. So it's a little different than a wheel of brie. I feel like with the wheel, you're getting a really big piece that everyone would have to share. With the log, this makes it really easy for you to cut into small, cute, individual pieces. And I also feel like it has a very holiday
It gives snow.
vibe,
It does.
Yes. And then we have some festive fig and cranberry crisps. So these are really great and they pair really well with the brie.
What's the flavor profile of those?
So these are a little sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So they have and then they like have a great crunch to it too. They do have seeds, and I actually there are some gluten-free options of these too, so that's also something to think about when you're doing these individual items, is that you could, if you have someone who's gluten-free, you can include some gluten-free crackers if you wanted to instead. We also have some grapes, some dried fruit. We have dried mango and dried apricots. And we also have our meats. So we have some Genoa salami and pepperoni. You could use prosciutto, you could use summer sausage, and you can mix and match with each one, and then people can kind of choose whatever they'd like. We also have some cute little decor to put in there too.
Like amazing.
This one I feel like is perfect. You could also use like a little gingerbread man if you had that. You could use some dried cranberries if we had dried cranberries. Another thing that I love to do is sugar the grapes or the cranberries. Have you ever seen that?
I love sugar cranberries. It's so holiday with like a little sprig of rosemary.
Yes, and it looks like there's snow falling on it, which I really love. So you could, I've seen people, you boil sugar and you kind of roll them roll the grapes into the boiled water, and then you sprinkle and roll it into granulated
Big thing on
sugar.
TikTok.
Yeah. And you can also, instead of water, use Prosecco. So you could do champagne grapes.
Chef's kiss right
there.
there.
So fun. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna have you do is we're gonna start with our brine.
Okay.
So another thing with brine, you're gonna set it kind of in the middle, is you always want your briny items in a ramekin. So anything that's juicy, oily, you wanna put it in a bowl. You don't wanna just dump it onto the charcuterie board or into here, because the juices then seep into everything else. And I have seen people do that. I've seen them like dump olives.
God.
Please put it in a bowl.
Like a wet cracker.
Yeah, you don't want that. Especially, or nuts too. Nuts is another one that is really great in a bowl or a container, because if someone's allergic, at least it's not touching the other items. So first we're gonna add our briny items, then we're gonna add our crackers. So we're gonna do 2 of the fig crisps, and we're gonna kind of lay them, fan them out. And we wanna kind of start to build some height with this as well. I also like to call these pairing plates because everything that's in it is going to pair really well together. Okay. Also, depending on the type of wine that you're serving, if you're serving wine, you can also put cheeses and meats that pair really well with the wine. One thing that I always tell people, white wine always goes with softer cheeses, so lighter goat cheese, brie. Red wine always goes with the bigger, bolder cheeses. Right. So if you had like a blue cheese or a gorgonzola or an aged cheddar, you're going to want to serve the red wine. Yeah. So you could also do red wine pairing ones and white wine pairing ones, and then that way people can choose based off of the glass of wine that they're getting. So we're also going to take our manchego. So with this, you don't really have to do much. You could, if you wanted to do 2 pieces, you could do 2 like that. I'm just going to do 1, and we're going to lay it right across, just like that. Okay. You can also do like the bow tie trick that we showed, where you do it on every other side. And then we're going to add our brie. So the brie is so easy, you just cut it into little rounds.
And you can eat the outside, right?
Yeah, so you can eat the rind. Okay. Very good. Yeah, you can. So if it's the same color as the cheese, it's edible. Okay. If it's a drastically different color, like this one, it's wax. Okay. Now, I've eaten my fair share of wax rinds to tell the tale. But that's just a quick, easy way. A lot of people do scrape the rind off of the brie, but I actually really enjoy it. Yeah. You also want to make sure that it's sitting out for about an hour ahead of time so that it gets that nice ooey gooey middle. This would also be really great with some honey. So instead of the brine, you can also include a little honey thing.
The little honey jars?
A mini jam if you wanted to. So we're going to take 2 of those. Okay. And you can add them just on the other side. Okay. Maybe like over at that side.
And it's crazy how soft it is.
I know, that's the best kind because you want it to spread a little bit too on the cracker.
Yeah.
We're going to add a few grapes, just 3.
A little color.
Yep. And again, if you had them sugared, I think that would look really pretty too. And those actually are palate cleansers. So you want to add some sort of palate cleanser because as you continue to try different flavors, you can cleanse your palate and then move on to the next one. Right. The next thing we're going to add is a skewer. So you can do a few different things with these. You could do a mixture of cheese and meat and brine. So you could do an olive at the top with salami and cheddar.
Some red and green in there?
Yes, exactly. Or you can just do the different meats, which is what I like to do. So I'm going to give you pepperoni. So we're folding it like a taco, folding it again like a triangle, and just piercing it. Okay. So I like using the pepperoni because it does have the red color to it, but you could also do this with salami if you wanted to too.
So what are your thoughts on the smaller salamis?
I love them. Yeah? Yeah, I think they're perfect for something like this too, especially when you're trying to contain everything. The bigger ones I would use more for like salami roses or something if you're going to need, something bigger. Yeah. So this we're going to actually lay right across so that it's sticking up. Yep. Okay. Whoops. Perfect.
There we go.
Yep. And then we're going to add a little bit of orange with our mango. So again, we're trying to go up. Right. So I'm just going to layer that right underneath.
Oh, look at me ripping mine in half.
One second. Here's an extra piece.
Thank you.
There's no rules. You can do whatever you'd like. Perfect. That looks great. A few apricots.
Now, with the meats, is there anything that you should keep in mind, like if you were pairing it with a wine, or is that just only cheese?
No, meats are a good one too. So anything that's like super, super fatty, you're going to want to pair with something acidic because it will kind of cut the fat and cut the acidity and balance each other out. Okay. So that's typically how, like something like this even, you can see the fat in it. Like this would taste really, really good, even with like a really bold red wine. Right. Red wine typically goes with steak. So I would think like anything that's really like fatty and meaty would go really well with a bolder. Yeah. And then the lighter meats like a prosciutto tends to be lighter. So I would pair that with a white wine or with a sparkling wine or Brezola. Brezola is really lean. Yes. There's not a lot of fat with that. So definitely pair that with like a rosé or a champagne. Yeah. Okay. And then I I think that's everything that we want to add. If you wanted to put like, even we can add a little bit of salami here too, just to fill it up a little bit. And again, it's really a free-for-all. You can add anything that you might have laying around too.
Yeah. You know, it's great too. You could do your dessert charcuterie too on the way out.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You can add like cookies. This would be really cute with my family always makes the Italian cookies.
Yes.
So I feel like making little cookie snow globes would be really fun. And then you just take your top. You set it, yep. And as you set it, you'll see everything kind of pops up too, which is really great. And then if you wanted to top it with a bow or a ribbon, or even just fun, festive decorations, people's names on it, you could do that.
The names are great, right across the front.
Yeah, just custom. Yeah. And then even if you ask what their favorite things are, and you can include some of their favorite things, I think it's a really nice personal touch.